You're listening to 2ARM 92.1 FM, your local Bluegrass Hour. This is Herb, and welcome. I've got Lachlan Davidson, one half of the Davidson Brothers, here on the line. Welcome, Lockie.
G'day, how are you?
Good, thanks. Now, are you down at, is it Yanar?
We grew up in Yanar. I'm living in Ballarat currently.
Were you up for the Country Music Festival?
In Tamworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, we came up for a few days. We got invited to be part of the John McKean 90th birthday concert. So we got to play one of her songs in our own bluegrass style, and got to also perform with her grandson, Jim Arneman, with their band Small Town Romance. So, yeah, we just mainly went for that event and spent a couple of days in town.
Oh, great. So you had a hoot?
Yeah, it was great. I had a new kid due pretty soon after that, so I didn't stick around very long.
And everything's fine with your new baby?
Yeah, yep. Been a couple of weeks now at home, just getting used to things with a 2-year-old and a newborn, so, yeah, new experiences.
Now tell me, you talk about Country Music Festival. Is it right that you've won 5 Australian Country Music Awards for Bluegrass?
We've won 5 Golden Guitar Awards. I think 4 of them are instrumental awards and one of them's Bluegrass. The Bluegrass category is fairly new, and we've sort of only released 2 records since that's been out, but yeah, the instrumental has been our main one so far.
Excellent. And you and Hamish set up the Australian Bluegrass Scholarship? Yeah,
we set it up a few years ago. Just wanted to give a bit back, and when we saw a few young guys coming through and thought when we started there was a big generation gap before us in Australia for bluegrass, so we wanted to just encourage them to keep going at it and just learn more with the music, and we set up a bit of a cash grant and some recording time, and just wanted to encourage them to spend the money on furthering their interest in bluegrass, whether it's an instrument or release an EP or something like that. So yeah, we had some good results out of that so far.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I suppose the young and upcoming ones need all the support they can.
Yeah, it's good. There wasn't much at the time when we started that for bluegrass musicians in Australia. There used to be the Bluegrass Championships, which everyone would want to enter, but they haven't ran for a long time up in Tamworth.
Talk about a generation gap. I played a track from the Born to Play album last week, and that was Slim Dusty's Lights on the Hill.
Oh, yeah?
That's a great rendition that you boys are doing to that.
Yeah, we... I can't remember how we started playing that song, but we did get to play it with Joy McKean years ago at the National Folk Festival. There was a bluegrass version recorded years ago by Del McCurry Band, which was probably early 90s or something, so we already heard it as a bluegrass version, and we thought, well, being an Australian song, people already knew it, so we incorporated it into our sets, and we had to do another track for the album at the time, so we had a bit of fun, made it our own.
No, it's a great tribute to him, and I think he'd look down and smile on that one, because it comes across really well, and you know, good driving song.
Yeah.
I think we all grew up with Lights on the Hill.
Yeah.
Now that takes me to your latest album that Hamish sent me, which is All You Need Is Music. Let's talk about the first track, Back Where I Started. Can you tell us a bit behind that one?
Yeah, this song, I think when I started writing it, I was listening to a lot of Buck Owens, and on a trip to the States just before that, I got to visit Bakersfield, and I went to his Crystal Palace, and I just love the way that his songs are really simple and straight to the point, and they've got like that, Don Rich was doing the high harmonies, a lot like bluegrass artists, and Buck did start playing mandolin first, so at the time I got inspired by his quirky, straight down the line songs, and just come up with a title for this one, and yeah, it just all sort of come together pretty quick. I was using an app on my phone. You got like a 4-track recorder you can get on your phone these days, and I started recording some harmonies and sent it back to my brother, and came together pretty quick. It ended up taking out the Bluegrass Recording of the Year in Tamworth for the Golden Guitar 2018. So yeah, turned out all right. And we got to perform it at the award show that year as well, which was pretty exciting, and you can see that on YouTube. It's still up. The video is playing there.
Oh, excellent, excellent. All right, Len, let's go to that now, and we'll listen to Back Where I Started, off the album of the Davidson Brothers. And you're back with Bluegrass Radio. I'm Herb, and I've got an interview here with Lachlan Davidson, one half of the Davidson Brothers, has kindly gave me some of his time to have a bit of a chat about his latest album, or their latest album, All You Need Is Music. You just mentioned songwriting. So are you the main songwriter of the duo?
Oh, we both write, but we both got different influences aside from bluegrass, and we come together with different ideas and usually try to help each other finish them off. I probably write more traditional country bluegrass style stuff. Hamish has got a few blues, jazz influences that kind of influence his writing style and chord progressions and things. But we both sort of break it up a bit and try to work together to throw in fresh twists and things.
Now you're mostly a mandolin player?
Yeah, mandolin is my primary instrument of choice at the moment. I do play fiddle as well and acoustic guitar, but that's pretty much what I carry around most of the time, the mandolin. And
vocals?
Yeah, I sing a lot of the leads on the live shows, probably the majority of them. Hamish will sing a few leads. It's a lot harder to play the banjo and sing lead vocal at the same time. There's not many guys down in history that could nail that. It's a lot of skill.
Yep. Now you've won some awards with mandolin, haven't you?
Yeah, I've won the Bluegrass Championship in Tamworth 3 times on mandolin in the past. Seems like a while ago now. Probably over 10 years ago that would have been.
Well, we might talk about Evelyn's Kitchen, which is off the album All You Need Is Music, and it's instrumental.
Yeah, Evelyn's Kitchen is a tune. I started writing the melody to this in the bathroom, and I was living back in Melbourne, and bathroom's always a good place with acoustic instruments and the reverb. And it came together pretty fun and came together nicely, and really fun tune to play. But we called it Evelyn's Kitchen after our nan. Our nan was big influence on our music early on. She played a lot of instruments. I mean, button accordion, piano, harmonica, and ever since we picked up the violin, she was showing us country music. I mean, she had Hank Williams records and Slim Dusty records, and we'd be jamming at her place, and everybody would hang out at the kitchen, and you'd always knock on the back door if she knew who you were. If she knew you're at the front door, it's going to be a stranger. So, yeah, we spent a lot of time in Nan's kitchen, so we thought we'd write this in tribute to her.
Oh, excellent. We might go and listen to that track, Evelyn Kitchen, off the Davidson Brothers album, All You Need Is Music. And here it is. And you're back. I'm Herb, and this is Bluegrass Radio on 92.1 FM, 2ARM in Armidale and surrounding. We live streamed on www.2arm.net.au. Okay, Lockie, so you just mentioned a lot of your upbringing with your nan and Evelyn's Kitchen. Your parents, were they an influence with music?
Yeah, they were. They met playing the bagpipes together. They were playing in a band together, and we always had Mum needed a lift home from band practice. But yeah, Our grandfather was a bagpiper as well, but Dad didn't learn until he left school, and Mum took it up because she was in a family of 8 kids, and there was a lady down the road that taught Highland dancing and bagpipes at no cost, so it was an activity that she could get out of the house and get involved in, so that's how they met. And they've taken us a lot of great music events over the years and took us overseas when we were really young, and we had a local folk club in Gippsland as well we'd go to probably once a month, and any touring acts from visiting some of the major folk festivals would usually come down and play our local folk club, so we were exposed to a lot of great stuff and a lot of variety. Dad used to teach pipes at home every week, but I don't know, we had the violin, got offered at school, and we just thought that'll be something that could be fun, and we gave it a go, and I don't know, I guess we were trying to rebel, not learn what our dad plays at the time.
Well, that actually is a good intro for the next song, which is the title track off your All You Need Is Music album, and that's All You Need Is Music.
Yeah, I think the theme of this song was sort of written about, I guess, rising house prices and kids of my generation, sort of different industries closing down and you're having to move, and, you know, things can get a bit wild and tough, but when you've got music in your life, you really stay on top of things. And I don't know, my brother and I always notice, you know, if we're in a jam session or at a festival, you don't worry about anything, you know. You could have 50 cents in your pocket and you wouldn't even be thinking about it if you got music in your life. So we've always had that right by our side since we were little kids, so it's always been something to live by and that we've really enjoyed being a part of.
Well, to me that sounds like a good mantra for any musician to follow. So let's listen to All You Need Is Music from the All You Need Is Music album from the Davidson Brothers.
'Thought I'd be further down the line. 30 years is a long time. I've got no house to call my home. I can't help it if I feel alone. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run. Closed another factory down. I had to leave my hometown. I found a new place to live. I've got nothing left to give. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run.
Leach, Australian Ironman surf life-saving champion.
My mate had a sudden cardiac arrest. Sadly, there wasn't a defib nearby. It was too late to save my mate, but it's not too late to save yours. So I partnered with Harvey Norman to get a defib within reach of every Australian. In your workplace, your gym, your home, your children's school.
Always follow instructions when using. Available now at Harvey Norman.
Station sponsor.
North Hill Vet Clinic is located at 133 Marsh Street, Armidale, next to McDonald's. We have over 80 years of veterinary experience for all your pet and livestock needs. We know that you won't care how much we know until you know how much we care. So call us on 6772 1686 or visit us on Facebook or go to our website www.northhillvet.com.au. You will always be welcome at North Hill Vet Clinic. North Hill Vet Clinic, station sponsor of 2ARM FM.
And you're back with Herb and Bluegrass Radio, your hour of Bluegrass. Tell us about the track Brown Snake.
This one was a tune my brother was working on, and when we decided we need to record again, we sort of gathered up any material that we'd been working on. And he had this twin banjo thing that he'd started working on, which sounded really cool. And I guess it developed, and we thought, well, I play mandolin, maybe I'll do the accompaniment part. And so we worked it out to mandolin and banjo, and it got really fun, and it's got a kind of head riff, and then the solos improvise around another chord progression. But when we recorded the song, we were working with a friend called Rob Ikes. He's one of the best dobro players around. He was on the Oh Brother Art Thou soundtrack, and we had him out here touring in Australia at the time, and we said, oh, do you want to play on our record in a couple of weeks? We're going over to Nashville to track it. And we cut the song, and we still didn't have a title at the time. And he said, oh, you're going to call that thing Brown Snake, because when he was in Harriettville down in Victoria, he was walking along the creek and just having a walk and taking in the Australian landscape during a break, and he come across a snake on the track that he was walking on, and his phone vibrated just as he saw the snake, so scared the crap out of him. Yeah, so that's how the song got its title.
Well, that's a pretty good introduction to Australian fauna, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't think you'll forget.
All right, so let's listen to... It's an instrumental. Let's listen to Brown Snake now. Here we go. you're back with Herb and Bluegrass Radio on 2ARM 92.1 FM, your hour of Bluegrass. So that's about it for the night in terms of tunes, but we might just find out, where would we buy this album? It's available on your website?
Yeah, look, if you're after a physical copy, you can get it through our website, which is davidsonbrothersband.com. All our stuff's online there. I think that we've probably got 5 or 7 albums. I can't remember how many we've got available these days. Might have sold out of a couple, but yeah, davidsonbrothersband.com. It's also available on some of the digital and streaming networks if you're into that too. So, yeah, if you get on the internet, you'll probably find us somewhere or another, but make sure you get the spelling correct, because there's a southern rock band with a similar spelling to Davidson.
So, davidsonbrothersband.com.
Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. So that. Now tell me, what gigs have you got coming up? You sound like you've got a bit of a cold, so have you got some gigs coming up soon?
Yeah, we're playing up at Mount Buller on the long weekend down in Victoria, and then we're heading up to the high country, to Dargo, help get some tourism back down to that joint. They were cut off from recent bushfires. And then we've got something in Perth coming up shortly, and then we're heading to North Queensland later in the year. Yeah, Beechworth, Victoria. We do a lot in regional Victoria around the time because it's easy to get to, but yeah, we do festivals around the country as well, so that's also on our website. The gig guide we keep up to date.
All right, so to check the gig guide, you go to davidsonbrothersband.com.
Yep.
And you'll get all the gigs. Now, the only other thing, you weren't well...
Yeah, I had an autoimmune thing kick in, and it kind of grounded me at the time. We had a really busy month touring, and I just had my first child and moved house at the same time, and all of a sudden ended up in hospital in Canberra in the middle of a festival, and yeah, it took a little while to figure out what was going on, but they got on top of it. Yeah, back to recovery soon after. It took a little while, but yeah.
So you're all fine. You got that under control, and you're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, doing as best I can nowadays. I just managing my health. Had a bit of a health scare there, so yeah, doing a lot better now.
Oh, that's excellent to hear. And obviously, all you need is music to help you through. So this probably a good time to finish, Lockie. Thanks very much for coming on and have a bit of a chat with me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for playing our music.
No, I'll be cranking it out. All the best with the album and all the other albums.
No worries.
All the best with the gigs coming up for this 2020.